How's it going, everyone? Some positive news in the world of scammers, grifters, and of course, liars and thieves. Apparently, Scam Sam is going to be the next Hemingway. He's written over 1,000 pages. 1,000 pages. He's apparently been reflecting on the collapse of FTX. It's all according to Financial Times. Former CEO of FTX is detailing how he did not steal your money. Apparently, Scam Sam hates writing. Apparently, he has a massive distaste for lengthy writing. Last September, in an interview with Sequoia Capital, an investor in FTX, that of course now is a creditor, FTX owes money to them, Bankman-Fried said he was skeptical of books as a concept. What kind of lunatic thinks that? He said, in quotes, "I would never write a book." As far as saying, I think if you wrote a book, you fucked up. And it should have been a 6-paragraph blog post. Apparently only blogging is allowed in Scam Sam's universe. Strange man. Maybe it's a 1,000-page memoir. Maybe it's a 1,000-page book of poems to Caroline Ellison. Doubtful. Anyways, Scam Sam living under house arrest at his Stanford professor parents' house, of course. Given that they're law professors, they do a lot of reading and writing. That's part of the job. And of course, they have a massive collection of books, given their profession. Financial Times reports that SBF spends most of his time in a book-lined room. Now, Sam did not detail or give any hints as to what he's going to do with 1,000 pages of prose. My guess is a lot of it is going to be reminiscent of, for example, that Substack. I did a video on that, where he kind of detailed his version of why he's so innocent, where he even reiterated accusations against other crypto firms saying that it was just this giant attack. And unfortunately, the sad part is some people will actually buy this damn book if he ever puts it out. I'm sure Scam Sam will get a nice book deal by some publisher, and who the hell would buy his book? I don't know, because then in the end, guess what? You're just donating more money to Scam Sam, who's already taken billions. This guy, what a clown. Lawyer Mark Cohen, he argued that his client's use of apps and VPNs was innocent. He called the government's proposal draconian, which really pissed off a judge. These lawyers, they'll just say anything. They're basically snakes. Snakes for hire. Scam Sam's lawyer went as far as claiming that the VPN was used by Scam Sam to watch football, including the Super Bowl. Just doesn't seem very likely. Scam Sam's lawyer, Cohen, said, hey, look, I should have bought Scam Sam a TV, because apparently there's no TV in the house. Just doesn't make any sense. Really bizarre. But maybe Scam Sam just thinks all those connections he has and donations he made probably will get him off. So FTX collapse. The creditors, the people that they owe money to, the people that were investing in FTX, includes government agencies from the United States, Japan, even Switzerland. That's crazy. If you're wondering what companies or what government agencies are on the list of creditors for FTX, well, it's actually the U.S. Treasury's Finance Crimes Enforcement Network. Even the IRS is on the list. The IRS is on the list of creditors for FTX. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. This is like out of a movie. This is insane. And very ironic, right? That the U.S. Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN for short, is on the list of creditors. Bizarro. It's a bizarre world we live in. But according to Reuters, there are no details in the nature or amount of money owed. Okay. This one is very curious. It's actually brought by FTX, the legal counsel representing FTX right now. Of course, FTX right now is under the direction of the new CEO, John Ray. Well, very interesting. They just filed legal motions to investigate the parents. That's right, the parents. Now that is a crazy move. I did make a video about his dad, who hired his own attorney to represent him, not Scam Sam, but himself. So according to the court filings by the FTX, the parents should be forced to answer questions and provide financial documents. On top of that, to see if they've received any payments. FTX asked the judge for permission. Apparently they need permission to question under oath. Now that's the key part, under oath, because if they lie, they'll get in more trouble. Now, what's interesting, it actually gets more sketchy. The brother of Sam Bankman-Fried, okay, Gabriel Bankman-Fried, he founded an organization that actually was set up just to lobby members of Congress from a multi-million-dollar property in Washington, D.C. Pretty crazy. And this is all in the court filing. Now, even Stanford University apparently is kind of backing away from the parents, trying to distance themselves. According to the Stanford Daily, neither parent will be teaching this coming year. Of course, that giant list of creditors that FTX owes money to even includes big giant money firms like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. So these people want their money back. They don't want to get screwed. That's why Sam got arrested. The reason why Sam went to jail is not because he screwed over Joe and Jane. No, nobody cares about that. It's because he screwed over major firms, including financial firms like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, media firms, okay? Media companies like Wall Street Journal, Fox, Fortune, and other names like Apple, Netflix. That's why Sam was arrested. Again, that exhausting list of creditors that FTX owes money to, the link below, 116 pages. Massive, dizzying amount of companies. Now, if you look through the list of names, there's one name that's a little creepy. It's called PSYOP Productions. There's an office in New York, and there's an office in California, in LA. It's all weird. It's just all super crazy and weird. Anyways, what's interesting about the long list is that some of these major financial institutions, and of course, some of these companies that have great journalists, like Wall Street Journal, for example, how could they not know that this was going on? Wall Street must have known. Because if you have people from JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, they're working with FTX, they're throwing money at FTX. Come on, how could they not know? I smell something. I smell something fishy. So they'll question the parents, right? The family and a handful of the company's top execs as part of the hunt for hidden assets. Now, this is all interesting because the parents, they're, of course, the Stanford professors, law professors, and tax experts. So they would know a thing or two about hiding and being able to scam the hell out of people. Now, they have framed themselves, along with SBF, as part of this effective altruism push, which, of course, just smells BS-y to begin with. So you can't trust any of this do-gooder stuff. So these so-called progressively altruistic parents, I mean, to the point where the mother, Barbara Fried, her own bio says that she's written extensively on questions of distributive justice in the area of tax policy, property theory, and political theory. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Now, of course, that property theory probably involves her getting a lot of property with customer money. Just one property alone, beachfront vacation house, pictured here, looks like a very nice place, at $16.4 million, owned by the parents. And this is in a gated community in the Bahamas. In another episode, the parents supposedly said that they tried to return some property to FTX, but who knows what's going on with that. Now, what's crazy about the $16.4 million vacation house in the Bahamas is that according to the court filings, this was actually done just before the collapse. That acquisition was finalized just before the collapse. So if they all knew what the hell was coming, why would they do this? According to the court filing, Joseph Bankman and the wife, Barbara Fried, actively were involved in their son's company to the point of offering tax advice to FTX employees and help recruit the company's first lawyers. But anyways, pretty wild update that the parents under oath will be questioned potentially and are now definitely being investigated. All this effective altruism, can't trust that stuff. It's unfortunate, but it's the world we live in. But anyways, that's it for this update, guys. Thanks for watching. Smash the like if you haven't. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Can anybody out there hear me?
So the original proposed limits on Scam Sam would have barred him from using, for example, Signal, which encrypt messages and allow auto deletes. Under the proposed agreement, Scam Sam would have still been allowed to use video chatting apps and other apps, for example, WhatsApp, as long as there was monitoring software in place. The judge put a stop to that. The judge said this agreement was completely inadequate. Good on him. There's even a quote by the judge. He said, "I've read all the spy novels." The judge indicated he wanted to issue a rule that would forbid Scam Sam from using any form of available encryption in his communications, including using any software, any secret code that he may himself, Scam Sam, may himself have written. The judge went as far as asking a prosecutor, "You don't think this defendant is bright enough to encrypt something in writing?" What a dummy, this prosecutor. She said, to the extent that the defendant communicates in handwritten code, that's not something we anticipate or particularly concerned about. So silly. This comes after Scam Sam was actually caught trying to communicate with former employees, where he contacted current and former employees of FTX. Essentially, this could lead to witness tampering, even bribery. Who knows? And that's just from Scam Sam. Imagine other people on Scam Sam's legal team contacting current and former employees. Gets very fishy there. Judge Kaplan did say he found that alarming, of course, because he contacted potential witnesses in a criminal case. Okay, criminal case. Scam Sam even contacted a lawyer, a current legal counsel for FTX. Bankman appeared to be trying to bring the witness over to his side, according to the judge. So now Judge Kaplan extended his order, limiting all of Scam Sam's ability to message anyone. Another weird thing is, a lot of the YouTubers who used to promote FTX, they deleted some of those promotion videos. Of course, they got paid. Maybe they could get in trouble too, but who knows? So anyways, we'll see what happens next. Maybe Scam Sam's book will be out soon. Who knows? I hope no one buys. His parents, okay? Here's a video. This guy, his dad, is on video saying that he was largely in part responsible for the legal kind of groundwork, the legal structure, the framework to set up not only FTX, but likely Alameda.
FTX, like, did Sam ask you to come on, or did you realize, okay, like, Sam needs a hand, I'm going to come on and help him? How did that initial interaction go?
Well, I don't know. I think we've always enjoyed working together and thinking together. At least I like to think so. So when I really came on was after Sam asking me for a number of years if I'd be interested in doing it, which was really gratifying. I think any parent would love to hear that. I wanted to make sure that I could do it and be useful. But I think from the start, whenever I was useful, I lent a hand. And it was clear at the start that on things like law, I mean, the company didn't have any lawyers. So I think my utility there was pretty obvious.
What are some of the things, because now you've been, much more active member of FTX in the last maybe year and a half or something. What have you been up to? Like, what have your interests been?
What we're trying to do at FTX is figure out how to give populations that don't have bank accounts and crypto wallets. And so we had a pilot program in South Florida, and we have a big program coming up in Chicago.
Part of the scam. And in the video, he's promoting FTX to those who are unbanked, essentially poor people, right? Potentially poor people in extremely poor countries. And guess what? They turned around and purchased properties. Both Scam Sam's parents are lawyers. They both worked at Stanford University. So was his dad in on it? Looks really fishy to me and to a lot of other people. Now, on top of all this, there's been some chatter that maybe Stanford University not only is helping Scam Sam, but on top of that, helped bail him out. Part of the scam. All right, guys, that's it for this update. Thanks for watching. Smash like if you haven't. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me? Can anybody out there